Good afternoon, respected Dr. D.K. Modi sir, President Dr. K.N. Modi Foundation, Professor Dr. R.K. Khandal sir, Chief Mentor, Dr. K.N. Modi Foundation, Dr. Diploma sir, Director, Dr. K.N. Modi Institute of Engineering and Technology, respected HODs, dear faculty members, and my students. I, Pratik Dubey, Assistant Professor in Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, welcome you all in today's webinar, that is Analog Circuit using Op-Amp. We are pleased to welcome our esteemed alumni, Mr. Shubham Saxena, from the batch of 2013 to 17. Currently, he is working as a QA automation engineer in Xerio Softwares. Before going to start our today's presentation, that is on analog circuit using Op-Amp, I would like to introduce about the brief introduction of analog circuit and Op-Amp. So first of all, what is analog circuit? Analog circuit is a circuit in which continuous variables or signals are going to be operated. And these continuous variables are known as analog signals. And these signals are voltage, current, frequencies, and other things. One major advantage of analog circuit over the digital circuit is that we can vary our values, that is voltage, current, and frequencies at any point of time during the operation of the circuit. But in digital circuit, we cannot do it. So this is the major advantage of analog circuit and digital circuit. And the second thing is operational amplifier. The amplifier which is going to be performed in analog circuit, that all are the operational amplifier. The meaning of operational amplifier is we can do it all the mathematical operation like addition, subtraction, division, integration, differentiation, etc. So we can use the amplifier, Op-Amp amplifier on these circuits to make the analog circuit more efficient. So these are about the brief introduction of analog circuit and Op-Amp. How can we implement these two things on a single chip? Today's webinar, Ayush and Shivam will guide you in the same way. So let's start our today's webinar, that is analog circuit and analog circuit using Op-Amp, with my students Ayush Saxena and Shivam Yadav. Both are the student of ECE third year in our departments. So Mr. Ayush, you may start the today's webinar now.
Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity. First of all, I would like to have the permission of sharing the screen. Thank you, sir. On electronic analog circuit using Op-Amp. I will be covering few slides in this, like content of the webinar will be introduction, pin diagram, properties, types, and application. Actually, there was a bit delay because I was looking for slideshow option. Slideshow. Content in this webinar will be, first of all, I will be explaining you the introduction part. Already sir has explained, but I will be covering few more points, introduction, then pin diagram of Op-Amp, after that properties, types, and then application. Application, my friend Shivam will tell. The term operational amplifier denotes a special type of amplifier that by proper selection of its external components could be configured for a variety of operations. Now we'll be dealing with the history, how Op-Amp was discovered. First developed by John R. Rexine in 1947 with vacuum tube. The invention of the vacuum tube led to the further invention of this Op-Amp. In 1960, at Fairchild Semiconductor Corporation, Robert J. Widler fabricated Op-Amp with the help of IC fabrication technology. In 1968, Fairchild introduces the Op-Amp that was to become the industry standard. An operational amplifier is a DC coupled high gain electronic voltage amplifier. Op-Amp are differential amplifiers and their output voltage is proportional to the difference of the two input voltage. This is the circuit diagram of an op-amp. We are having three terminals, two input terminal and one output terminal. The two input terminals called the inverting and the non-inverting and are labeled as negative and positive. You can look into this figure. This is the inverting input terminal. This is the non-inverting input terminal. It is negative and it is positive. The connections are made on these two terminals, and we will be having an output from this point. The voltage with respect to ground is denoted as Vn and Vp, and output voltage is denoted as V0 or VO. Op-amp do not have a 0 volt ground terminal. This point should be noted. Op-amp should not have a 0 volt ground terminal. Ground reference is established externally by the power supply common. Next thing is the pin diagram of op-amp. There are 8 pins. The first pin is labeled as offset null. The second pin is labeled as inverting input terminal. Pin third is non-inverting input terminal. Pin fourth is negative VCC supply. Pin fifth is offset null. The sixth one is output voltage. And the seventh one is positive voltage supply. And eighth one is for no connection. These pins helps us to get the circuits connected properly so that we can start our working further. Let us talk about what are the properties of the ideal op-amp. There are few properties I have listed here. First of all, an ideal op-amp has infinite voltage gain. Second thing is that infinite input resistance RD, so that almost any signal source can drive it and there is no loading of the preceding stage. Third point is that zero output resistance, so that the output can drive an input number of other devices. Zero output voltage when input is zero. Infinite common mode rejection ratio, so that the output common mode noise voltage is zero. Sixth point is infinite slew rate, so that the output voltage changes occurs simultaneously with the input voltage changes. See, there are these voltage gain and the resistance, zero output resistance. These are the different characteristics of how our op-amp will behave. Common mode rejection ratio, slew rate. So these are the properties of an ideal op-amp. That is, voltage gain will be infinite and so on, as I've told earlier before. So the next thing is types of op-amp. Basically, I have discussed here 6 types of op-amp: inverting, non-inverting, summing amplifier, the voltage amp follower, integrator, and differentiator. One by one, I will be telling all of these. This is the circuit diagram of an inverting amplifier. An inverting amplifier takes the input through its inverting terminal. The name suggests inverting. So we will be giving the supply on the inverting terminal, keeping the non-inverting terminal as ground. The amplifier, the output of the circuit is inverted because it is an inverting amplifier. The amplifier not only amplifies the input but also inverts its sign. That is, if the input supply will be negative, it will be positive, and if it is positive, it will be negative. Equation for the output voltage is product of output voltage into input voltage is equal to negative of RF into R1. RF and R1 are the resistance. R1 is connected with the power supply and RF is in feedback. Next is non-inverting amplifier. This is the circuit diagram of non-inverting amplifier. In this, just opposite of the inverting, supply will be given at non-inverting terminal. Inverting terminal will be kept ground. And since it is non-inverting, there will be no change in the sign. Whatever the sign, positive supply is given, output will also having positive supply. If negative supply is given, you will be getting negative supply in the output. Summer. This is a circuit diagram of summer. An adder is an electronic circuit. Summer, so it will add. As simple as it is. An adder is an electronic circuit that produces an output. which is equal to the sum of the applied inputs. Next point is that this section discusses about the op-amp based adder circuit. The name is Summer, so it will talk about it. An op-amp based adder produces an output equal to the sum of the input voltage applied at its inverting terminal. Output equation is V naught is equal to negative of V1 plus V2. Why it is negative? Because we have applied the power supply on the inverting terminal. R1 and R2 are the two resistance, and RF is in feedback. Voltage followers. This is a circuit diagram of voltage follower. A voltage follower is an electronic circuit which produces an output voltage follows the input voltage. Follower, so it will follow. It will follow the negative voltage to the output voltage. This is a special case of a non-inverting amplifier. If we consider the value of the feedback resistor RF as 0 ohm, or the value as resistor as 1 or as infinite ohm, then a non-inverting amplifier becomes a voltage follower. This is the condition of when the amplifier will behave as a voltage follower. Output equation is simple. V naught is equal to Vi, that is output voltage is equal to the input voltage, because it follows what has been given to it. Next thing is integrator and differentiator. This is now integrator is just opposite of differentiator, or we can say that differentiator is just opposite of integrator. Two things we should keep in mind: the position of capacitor, and the next thing is the position of the resistance. Both interchanges. In case of integrator, resistance is kept in power supply with the power supply, and feedback is provided by the capacitor. And in differentiator, feedback is given by the resistance, and the capacitor is placed in with the power supply in series. Output equation is for the integrator is V output is equal to negative of RC integration of VT with respect to the DT. And in case of differentiator, the output equation is V output is equal to minus RC product of the resistor and the capacitor into dy by dt, differentiation of input voltage with respect to dt. Rest of the working will remain same as I've told before. And from here, applications of op-amp, my friend Shivam will told. And Shivam, I will share screen for you, so you can continue.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ayush. Hello and good afternoon to everyone. I am Shivam Yadav, student of BTech third year of Electronics and Communication Engineering at Dr. K.N. Modi Institute of Engineering and Technology. As today's webinar, we are discussing about analog circuit using op-amp. And in the last interaction with Ayush, we come familiar with its basic and types of op-amp. And in my section, we are going to look through the op-amp's application. So the application of op-amps are as follow. Here, first one is op-amp used as a comparator, and second one is op-amp used for the function of integration and differentiation. Third one is as a charge amplifier. Fourth one is a capacitance multiplier, and last one is as a oscillator. So now we are going to look through these different type of application individually. So let's go through the comparator. Ayush,
Okay.
Slide next. So comparator. Comparator is an electronic circuit which compare two input signals and produce a output according to it. Here we take input in the form of voltage or current. Here we compare two voltages or two current and produce a output which give us some information about these two inputs. Here the output is come into digital form. So here output is from the circuit, we can say V out is output of the circuit. So V naught is given by the following formula. V naught is equal to high, that is a binary number 1, when the non-inverting terminal voltage is high than the inverting terminal voltage, and the output is low or binary number 0 when the output when the input at the inverting terminal is greater than the input of non-inverting terminal. And here the op-amp output voltage is limited by the supply voltage. That's all about comparator. Now next topic, integration. As we know that integration is a mathematical operation, and we can also perform integration in electronic circuit using op-amp. Here from the circuit we can see that the input voltage is applied at the inverting terminal along with the input resistance Rin, and a feedback is given along with a capacitance C. Here some abbreviation is used, which one is T1. T1 is denoted for the final time, T0 is denoted for the initial time, and T is denoted for instantaneous time. So V output at a final time is given by V output at initial time minus 1 upon RC integration from time initial time to the final time of V input at instantaneous time. Here we can, from formula we can come to know that the integrator circuit is a time dependent circuit, because we integrate this voltage with respect to time, and here the output signal is determined by the length of time a voltage is present at its input at the current through the feedback loop charges or discharges. The capacitance as required negative feedback through the capacitance, which is provided at the non-inverting terminal. Now next one is differentiation. Differentiation is also an is a mathematical operation, and which can also performed by electronic circuit using op-amp. Here the input is applied at the both inverting and non-inverting terminal along with a feedback resistance at the inverting terminal RF, and the output of this circuit is given by V out is equal to AD V in positive minus V in negative plus AC V in positive plus V in negative upon 2. And here AC is common mode gain of amplifier, AD is differential gain, and V in positive is the voltage as the non-inverting terminal, and V in negative is the voltage as the inverting terminal. And this is used for null out noise or base voltage that appear the both input. A low common mode gain is usually desired. And also from this circuit we can calculate the differential gain and mode gain. The differential gain is given by the formula AD is equal to 1 by 2 R3 upon R1 plus R3 into R4 plus R2 upon R2 plus R4 upon R2, and the mode gain is given by ACM is equal to V out upon VCM. Basically these are the factors of the differential op-amp. That's all. Next slide please. And the next topic is our application is as a charge amplifier. The charge, if you look through the circuit diagram of charge amplifier, it looks like identical to the integration circuit. Here the voltage is applied at the non-inverting terminal along with a resistance and a capacitance in the feedback. Here the circuit acts as a charge to voltage converter, and the charge amplifier just transfer the input charge to the another reference capacitance and produce an output. The input impedance of the circuit is almost 0. And the next one is the capacitance as a multiplier. In capacitance, we can use op-amp as a multiplier for the capacitance. In input, we can take numbers of different numbers of capacitance, and we can add these capacitance value at the output. The basic meaning of capacitance multiplier is to increasing the charge capacity at the output of the op-amp with respect to input. The aim is often to multiply the original capacitance value 100 times or 1000 times of the initial input value. And the last application of op-amp is op-amp as an oscillator. Oscillator is a device which produces a repetitive oscillating electronic signal, often a sine wave or a square wave. Here from the circuit diagram, we can see that the voltage, a capacitance is applied at the inverting terminal and a resistance at a non-inverting terminal. Along with we provided two feedback paths, one for the inverting side and another for non-inverting side. Here we convert the direct current, DC current, from a power supply to alternating current signal. It contains an energy storing element which is capacitance or maybe a inductor. That's all about my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiva.
Thank you, Mr. Ayush and Mr. Shivam, for your presentation on analog circuit using op-amp. Now, I would like to give the summary of this particular presentation. Analog circuit and op-amp. These terms are related to each other and totally dependent on both operations. First of all, what is op-amp? It's a three-terminal device. Three terminals with what? First one is inverting and second one is non-inverting. Inverting terminal is related to the negative charge and non-inverting terminal is related to the positive charge. And the third terminal is output terminal, which is V0. And V0 output is calculated by the voltage gain that is totally dependent on the input applied at the op-amp side. You have heard about the types of op-amps like adder, subtractor, integrator, differentiator. These terms are used in the mathematical operations. When you are going to perform a circuit implementation on practical things, you need to have the values of that particular things, or you have to calculate these things. So you can easily calculate the value by applying the input at the input terminal and get the output according to the input applied, either in the form of adder or in the form of subtractor. One more thing I would like to add here, that this is the first amplifier which are invented by the engineers, that are differential amplifier. In that case, we find out the differences of the two applied input. In some cases, we need to find out the difference of that particular input to compare the output accordingly. So this is all about the presentation of analog circuit using op-amp. Now, I would like to invite our esteemed alumni, Mr. Subham Saxena, for his valuable feedback as well as the experience of today's webinar. Mr. Subham Saxena.
Thank you so much, sir, for introducing me. Hello, everyone. A very good afternoon. I hope everyone is happy and healthy during this challenging pandemic time. First of all, I'd like to thank Pratik Dubey, sir, ECE department, and most probably Dr. K.N. Modi Foundation for inviting me here in this forum. I feel deeply honored that Dr. K.N. Modi Foundation found me worthy enough to be part of this esteemed and experienced panel of faculty members that I can share my opinions among you all. As Pratik Dubey sir already told, I'm working as a QA automation engineer in Exio Softwares. A brief introduction about myself. My career started in the industry from Dr. K.N. Might in 2017 with the placement opportunities that the college provided me. I'm very much thankful to them. I've been following this webinar series on the college's YouTube channel, and I must say it's a very nice concept, and I commend the efforts of college for bringing the alumni from the industry so that they can share their experiences with the fellow juniors, and it is very interactive and interesting at the same time. Coming back to the presentation, first of all, I'd like to congratulate Mr. Ayush and Shivam for giving such a wonderful presentation. It was covering each important aspects of the important op-amp circuits and its industry applications, covering even little depth knowledge of how they are used and what are the parameters used while using the op-amp circuit. I just want to say kudos to their efforts. Talking about the op-amp circuit, it is a very essential part of the electronics community. It is widely used in major applications in the industry. I just want to say to Ayush and Shivam that they have very good communication and interaction skills, and they have which would be helpful for them in the long run. And what tips I can give about this is that learning from this technical stuff and practical stuff, most of the alumni comes and say about doing some practical stuff, but I just want to add something, is that how to implement that practical stuff and marketize that. See, when solar panels came into the industry, everyone was not very much worthy that it would be costly effort, but some people banged on it and learned that stuff, even from the non-engineering background, learned that stuff and created entrepreneurship and ventures, and now they are having a lots of money in this industry. So electronics industry is going to be on the boom in the next 2 to 3 years with the government of India initiative of Make in India and the currently vocal for local initiative which will be carried out by the government of India. So I would like to share my thoughts that they should more on they should work on the technical aspects. They are very good on it. The work on the practical aspects, the college is provided. Many faculty members are there for their helping. They should be following blogs, industry peoples on the LinkedIn influencers, and see how the industry is revolutionizing. And with the coming 2-3 years of electromotive vehicles and solar panels, I guess the industry is going to be on the boom. I just wish them that in the next coming 10 to 15 years, when I'm searching on LinkedIn, I can see Ayush and Shivan's name as an entrepreneur or owner of the company, or being in the research work, helping the society out. So if you think I'm joking, I'm not joking. That everyone starts from a scratch. And I just want to say that my closing note would be that never give up on the learning new stuff and implementing them. And every master in a field was just a beginner at once. So all the very best. And I would like now Ayush ma'am to take over the proceedings of the webinar.
Hey all, good noon. I hope I'm audible. Here Ayushi from Dr. Ken Modi Foundation. So thank you for giving such an opportunity to share a lot of thanks on behalf of Electronics Department, Dr. Ken Amite. On behalf of Dr. Ken Modi Group, a sincere and heartfelt thanks to one and all who have joined us and made this webinar a successful event. So a special thanks to our esteemed alumnus, Mr. Shubham Saxena. Hi, Shubham.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Shubham. How are you? I hope you and your family doing great.
Yes, I'm very much fine, and I hope everyone out there is happy and healthy.
Yes, we are doing so good. Thank you so much to join us. Your feedback, your review, and suggestions are noted, and really we are so happy to listen you. Your exposure and expertise in this 4 or 5 years is really appreciable. So you are from the same batch of electronics, whom only I taught data structure, and you people have given 100% result. Remember, I hope you remember.
Yes,
right?
I remember.
So, Mr. Saxena was the topper and a very genuine student, very vocal and always fight for right. And I'm so in touch with Mr. Saxena and friends. So it's a very pleasant moment for us that you are joined us in this webinar and make this webinar successful. So I appreciate what you have shared, your experience. Thank you, Shubham, and thank you, Manish sir, for always supporting and supported from IT support and guidance throughout COVID outbreak via webinar. Please think positive and engage yourself. Stay fit, stay happy, and I would request you all to please. I would request you to please join us, and in every webinar, please watch our all videos what we have shared in our YouTube channel. And once again, I would like to give my sincere thanks to everyone who have joined, our respected directors, deputy directors, all the faculty members, students, and everyone who made this webinar successful. And a special thanks to Prateek sir. Your presentation and your students' presentation was up to mark, and it was really recommendable. Thank you so much, team. And I would hand it over to Prateek sir.
Thank you, Ayushi ma'am, and thank you, Shubham Saxena, for your valuable feedback. In last, I would like to pray to God in this COVID-19 situation. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukbhag bhavet. Thank you everyone to joining us the today's webinar, and a special thanks to Manish sir, because he is guided throughout the webinar. In every webinar, he is working too hardly to make this webinar series successfully. So thank you, a big thank to Manish sir, IT manager, Dr. K.N. Modi Foundation. Thank you all, and have a nice day.